heal people. He brought a program to the people. And he brought people an understanding of how they had to love each other and get along with each other. And don't be a sellout. That's what Jesus, and he told you. He said, somebody said, well, Jesus, I want to go with you, but you know, there's been a death in the family. He said, let the dead bury the dead, because the most important thing you can do right now is to make this revolution. Isn't that what he said? He said, let the dead bury the dead. We got work to do because the Romans are trying to deal with us. There was no excuse. He wouldn't accept any excuse, and he turned around a whole bunch of folks. Matthew was a tax collector, and the tax collectors was the spies, because they knew the ones who were taking taxes was giving them to the Romans. And the Romans in Rome living high off the hog, and the Jews in Israel living like pigs, and what have you. So the one who was collecting the taxes for the white man, he was the spies. And he turned Matthew out. And of course, you had old Judas. Judas himself was a money keeper. Judas kept the treasury for the group. Judas kept the treasury for the organization. Some people suggest that the reason Judas flipped out because all of them thought that all of these people who were running around, they were looking for a kingdom, they thought that since they was the main organizers and what have you, they was going to be on top, and they was going to have a kingdom like the Sadducees and all this other kind of structure. But Jesus was trying to raise up the poor. He said, this is the key right here, the poor people. And so there was this incident where Jesus was someplace, and this woman came and washed his hair in perfume. They say the perfume was so expensive, it was worth a year's salary. And Judas freaked out. He said, woman, why are you using all that perfume like that? You understand, we can use that perfume, we can sell that and give the money to the poor or something. And Jesus said, it's cool. Let the woman do this. And some people said that was the thing that freaked Judas out. I said, hell, this joker here ain't trying to get nothing where we going to have a piece of action. You understand? And I'm going to get me some money right now from the Romans. I suspect Judas was probably an agent. Because Rome, this whole thing about having agents infiltrating an organization, it goes back ever since there's been empire. There's been a snitch who worked for the empire. So I wanted to talk to you about that. And I think it's a decent question for you to be able to ask your preacher. Ask him about the revolutionary Jesus. And ask him how they can be so different. And if you look around, what you will see is that your preachers act more like Pharisees and Sadducees than they do like Jesus did. And what I'm telling you this, brothers and sisters, that our deliverance is going to come with our own philosophy. And our own philosophy is that which is going to liberate Africa and give it back to African people scattered around the world. Uhuru. Uhuru.
Uhuru! Let's give it up for Chairman Amalia Jatala! Wow, I love that speech. That is the best. Go ahead.
It is groundbreaking every time I hear it.
Every single time.
Shatters all the illusions that you have about everything you were told growing up.
Yep.
Even the superstructure of imperialism itself has revolution embedded within it in the form of Christianity. Jesus was indeed a revolutionary.
So we have made it to the final hour of the first ever 24-hour Reparations Tuesday. Happy Reparations Wednesday, Jeremy.
Happy Reparations Wednesday, Jesse.
Welcome to Reparations Wednesday morning, and salute to all of you for making it through the night and for participating with us in this momentous and historic Reparations Tuesday and Wednesday telethon, 24-hour telethon. When all was said and done, James, Amanda's going to tell us how much we raised. Total. 5,000. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. But let's give some thank yous. I want to give a huge thank you to the Department of Agitation and Propaganda and its director, Akile Anai, who is here with us.
I second that. Uhuru.
And who has been here with us the entire time. It has been a great honor. We salute the Department of Agitation and Propaganda and the director of Agitprop very deeply, and as well as Temba Shibanda, who participated in a great amount of this telethon as well. Uhuru to Temba. I want to give a shout out to Aquaba Hall, this beautiful venue that we had the honor to participate and broadcast from for the past 24 hours. Let's give it up for Aquaba Hall.
Yes. An institute of the Black Power APEDF.
Yes, and we want to salute our leadership and the leadership of the worldwide African Revolution, Chairman Omali Yeshitela. Let's give a round of applause. And Deputy Chair Onazane Yeshitela. Let's give a round of applause.
Deputy Chair.
We want to thank the comrades in St. Louis, Chairwoman Penny Hess, Casey Mackey, to Charwa Masimba, President Columbai Andanette, Fofit, Malika, Abdullah, Isoke, Carly, and I feel like there were others too, but we'll double check. But we want to salute everybody in St. Louis, Lou, Visarnik, and Oakland. We want to salute the comrades at the Oakland Uhuru Furniture Store. We want to salute the comrades at the Philly Uhuru Furniture Store. We want to salute the people here in St. Pete that made this possible. Amanda Carlozzi, who has been calculating our totals throughout the night, as well as Ali Aiello, who traded off at one point with Amanda to calculate our totals. We want to appreciate Jackson Hollingsworth, who was moderating, who was co-hosting, who was doing whatever was needed. We want to shout out Santosh. Wasn't that an amazing interview?
Incredible interview.
We had the interview with Santosh. We had an interview with Mark Anderson. We had an interview with the comrades from Portland. We had an interview with a comrade from London, Josh McDonald. We had an interview with Dan Perry from the Sunrise Movement, who is an environmentalist who supported the Black is Back Coalition. We had the Culture of Reparations panel. We had DJs for reparations. We heard a mix by Casey Mackey. We heard a bunch of amazing new music created by Alicia Ngoma. We heard revolutionary music from Nicaragua, from Cuba, from Africa, from Palestine. This has been an amazing telethon. And we want to salute the Tales from the Campaign Trail, one of my personal favorites, which had Chimaranga Salambao and Olafin Akemba. Let's give a round of applause for them. Not to mention Akile for District 7 herself, Akile Anai, who was on that with us as well, that amazing panel. And I feel like there's other things I'm forgetting, but I do want to salute Jamie Simpson over here. Let's give a round of applause for Jamie Simpson. Jamie and Jackson, our great co-hosts, did a great job. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to salute you, Jesse, for the incredible job you've done hosting this entire webinar. Chair of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement, Jesse.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It's been a great honor. We're doing this again, by the way, and we're gonna have more time to build it next time. This was something that was brought together pretty rapidly, actually. So I want to really salute Casey Mackey. And Chairwoman Penny Hess. The three of us worked really closely in making this thing happen, but I do want to say it would not have been possible without the Department of Agitprop. I really, really mean that. Director Akile stepped in and kind of overheard us talking about this giant telethon we were going to do and said, maybe we should have a meeting about that. And we needed it. I can't imagine how we would have done this. But I also want to salute Kyle Weiss, who is a member of the Uhuru Solidarity Movement and APSC, who also played a